Hurry up now.
I'm waiting. Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's, everybody.
Really good.
Hello in Internet land. We're back again. As you can see, happy Valentine's Day. It is Valentine's Day when we're filming this. I'm sure we'll get some donuts or something for Joy. It's more about the food. She doesn't want to waste money on plants that'll just die if I get her flowers or something. Good Filipina. All right. Thanks to all of our subscribers. Obviously, we're over 1,760, I believe now. Close to 1,770. I don't know what that noise is going by. Big construction truck? But if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. Click the button. It is free. No pain. Click the button if you like the video, if it gives you some type of entertainment or some information that you find useful. Go ahead and like it. And click that bell if you're subscribed. It'll let you know, give you a notification of a new video coming out. Although we're usually every couple of days. Every 2 to 3 days, I guess. So, today's video, it is Old Man Glasses for Old Man Eyes. Today's video is Dangers in the Province. So, if you choose, like me, to live in the province, these are some things you should be aware of. So, this is just off the top of my head and some of the dangers that I watch out for living in the province myself. Like I said, we share our experience. So here we go. First up, in no particular order here, we just I wrote down notes. First up is snakes. We do have cobras and pit vipers, many different types of venomous snakes. One of the things I've heard from the hospitals here is they don't stock anti-venom. So some of these snakes, especially like the cobras and the pit vipers, can kill you. So without that anti-venom, I know the hospital do whatever they can do, I guess, to try to flush it, try to help you out. But you could still die from some of these snake bites. So you need to keep your eyes open. I've taken some pictures of snakes that I've seen on the road. We've seen plenty of cobras on the road dead from getting run over by the trikes and stuff. But I also saw a snake crossing the road, and I took a video of it. But Joy will put all that stuff in here. But definitely want to watch out for snakes in the province. Next up, spiders. So these are less venomous, obviously. But also, they'll still give you a pretty good bite. And there's some very big spiders here. They're very spooky looking. Next, dogs. So you've already seen in our videos, if you watch the ones taking our morning walks, we have a lot of stray dogs in the province. A lot of stray dogs all over the Philippines, really. They don't have a good neutering program or anything like that. So there's a lot of stray dogs, and they just keep multiplying. And occasionally, they'll get rabies outbreaks. So you definitely don't want to get bit by a dog with rabies and have to get treatment with all the shots in the stomach, etc., etc. But rabies is very serious too. You don't want to take it lightly. Next up, coconuts. So this one I always thought was kind of funny. And before you get here in the Philippines, you always kind of think, what is that, like the 1 in 100 million? I got a better chance of hitting the lottery or something. But when you're actually here, on the morning walks, there's an area that's full of coconuts, like coconut farm, and it's a coconut forest. When you hear those things hit the ground, and you just be walking and you hear one hit the ground, you know they can definitely hurt you or kill you if you're underneath it. So it's something to keep your mind about you when you're walking through the forest or walking through around coconut trees. Make sure you steer clear. Don't stay under them. You never know when they're going to fall, and when they do fall, it's a big thud. Of course, if you've been watching our videos, you know driving can be very dangerous. So driving in the province, especially if you get in the big cities, they got more rules and they follow more rules. But driving out here in the province is more like driving in the Wild West. There aren't any rules, really, not that are enforced and not that are followed. So you'll see Bikes, trikes, cars going the wrong way on the wrong side of the road. You'll see them coming from all different directions. So you'll have them coming in from your side, coming in from the other side. You'll have vehicles in the right lane making left-hand turns across you in front of you. You'll have vehicles parked on the side that'll just cut you off when you're trying to drive. So driving here is, it's a test in patience. It's also a test in keeping your head on a swivel. So you have to pay attention and you have to practice patience when you're driving. Next, mosquitoes. Of course, there's always mosquitoes. For some reason, it seems like the mosquitoes like white meat. So if there's mosquitoes in the area, we walk out in the jungle, I'm going to get bit repeatedly. So the big thing to worry about with mosquitoes is dengue fever. If you've never heard of it, it can be pretty serious. It can be life-threatening if you have other issues or if you're very young age. But it's a serious disease, and it's not something to be taken lightly either. The next one's not so serious. It's a hairy caterpillar. Joy likes to call it the itchy worm because that's the way she was taught by her tatai, her father. And if this thing touches up against you, it makes a very big rash and it itches like crazy. It's worse than mosquito bites. It's worse than anything else. And whatever you touch, it keeps spreading. So if it touched your clothes, it's going to keep spreading around. And they are a pain in the butt. So if you rub up against one, doesn't know you rub up against one, you're going to know it later. And they just kind of hang from trees on silk. So they're easy to run into and not notice. And the last couple, earthquakes, natural disaster type things. Earthquakes. So that kind of depends on where you're at. But here in the province where I'm at in Camarines Norte, last summer we had like 4 earthquakes in 1 month. It was kind of crazy. So no direct hits for us and no damage to us, but it was enough that you felt it and you felt the shake and the roll. We got lucky we didn't have any damage here, but definitely something to keep your mind up. And the final item is typhoons. So once again, knock on wood, we haven't had a direct hit, but we have been skirted next to. So we've had some, we've been hit by typhoons, but it's just not been a direct hit on us. So we've had flooding in our area, definitely, and we've had storms and clouds over us for extended period of time, and we've lost power for extended period of time. So I've had questions in my solar video about why didn't you just, you have a setup you could have just done off-grid, why are you connected to the grid? These close calls on these typhoons are exactly the reason. So one of the things you'll learn in the Philippines is backup to backup to backup for everything. Banking, moving money, you need backups for everything, including my solar. So yes, I can run on my batteries, and yes, I can use sun, but when these typhoons came close, I didn't have any sun for a week, 2 weeks. On one of the storms was 2 weeks before we saw sun again. And if it knocks out power, my batteries only last for so long. So I told you before we were without power for 3 days and we were only using batteries. We had to manage our power because it was also cloudy. So we weren't running the ACs, we were only using fans, and fans don't use a lot of power. So we got by and we were comfortable and no harm, no foul, and our batteries made it through just fine. But we didn't know if it was going to be 3 days or 3 weeks. So we really had to manage what we were using, and we didn't use the air cons. So those are just some of the dangers in the province that I keep in my head and I keep an eye out for living here. I'm sure there's many more that people can say in the comments, but I just want to keep you up to date and share our experiences. So that's some dangers in the Philippines. And that's another wrap for a video. We really do thank you guys for watching. We know this channel doesn't exist without you watching our videos and subscribing to the channel. So we really do appreciate it. Myself, David, and Joy. And Joy started this channel, American in the Philippines. and we were going to keep giving you more videos. So we'll have another one coming in a couple of days, and hopefully it's something you want to know about. Until then, we'll see you. Bye-bye. Done. I'm done. Happy Valentine's. I'm done.